Hey guys, there's this video you've been asking me to do for ages. Eggs. And this is that video. This is what I eat in a day. Also, a little bit of what Bobby eats too. First things first, we're having some coffee. Last night was a rough night. That little angel behind me was sick all night. So sleep, well, it just didn't happen last night. So I'm starting the day off with my favourite cup. This is my Monday cup. I don't know if it's backwards, you guys. It says, don't forget to be awesome. I have this in the mornings when I'm feeling a little bit jaded to remind myself, you're awesome. Here's my top tip for the day. I do have my odd moments. Coffee ground. Don't throw it in the bin. Just gets used as waste, just gets thrown away. Put it on your soil for your veggies or for your plants. Your soil starts to tend to get low in nitrogen, phosphorus and magnesium. Guess what coffee grounds have in them? Just turn it in with your soil. Also, something I found out the other day is if you have trouble with bugs and stuff like eating your plants, if you sprinkle some of the coffee grounds, there goes Bobby's drink, around the bottom of the plants. Apparently caffeine is meant to be a deterrent for little critters, little animals. Tip of the day. What's going on in my life? Daddy is trash in the kitchen. Alright babe, slow down. It amazes me, this little cup. There's like a seal on around it and you just basically suck it and it comes out of that tiny little ridge all the way around. And Bobs loves it. But I've just given her toast for breakfast this morning because she's been sick all day and I'm kind of trying to want to find something that she'll keep down, if I can be honest. Plenty of water for you today, my love. This is my life, multitasking. Filming while drinking coffee while letting Bobby drink her water. Coffee, I just had a single espresso shot. We use Oatly barista milk. The barista version froths up. Rose doesn't drink cow's milk. So we just have Oatly for the most part. If I'm out and I have a choice of the coffee, not many good. I don't really like Starbucks coffee. Sorry. I like Nero's my favourite. Nero do oat milk flat whites. That would be my go. But otherwise, I'll have normal milk. But I just have it not very much at all, to be honest. While my little lady has her water, I'm gonna make my breakfast. I'm gonna have get out of my way. I'm gonna have 2 fried eggs, avocado, and a bagel. That's what I have quite often, to be honest. So a lot of you guys did ask me to do this video, and I think that's because I recently changed my diet a small amount and also my take on nutrition. I feel like you're really kind of pigeonholed, like a lot of things in life. You're expected to be this, you're expected to be keto, you're expected to be intermittent fasting, you expect to do CrossFit, you're expected to do this, and it's like you've got to be part of a clique, and I'm just not really about that. Taking away veganism and a diet that's done for medical reasons. Maybe someone's doing a ketogenic diet because they have epilepsy. My cat's just jumped on here, she's getting thrown off. Goodbye, Luna. Or maybe most people that do veganism, from my experience, do it for ethical reasons, which is awesome. So taking away those kind of 2 elements, I feel like, oh, you've got to do keto because you do CrossFit. Oh, you've got to do zone diet because you do this and you've got to do that. And I don't agree. I think that a diet should suit your lifestyle and what you do. For example, there's some mornings where I come to my computer where I'm at now and I will just have a coffee and I'll just work. And I won't have anything to eat till gone lunchtime. That doesn't mean that I automatically do intermittent fasting. It means I just ate in a way that suited my lifestyle today. I still eat enough calories. If I'm sitting at my desk, I'm probably moving less anyway. And I feel like you've got to do one thing and stick to it, and I just don't agree. I think your diet should be as flexible as your lifestyle is. Sure, we need certain parameters and certain rules to follow to allow us to be consistent, especially if fat loss is a goal, but at the same time, I don't feel like we have to be so rigid with things in terms of I do this type of eating or I do this type of eating. Recently, you guys will know that I reduced the amount of meat that I eat. I still eat meat, I still enjoy it, but I eat less because I was eating silly amounts, and it was getting to the point where sometimes we were throwing food away, and I was like, no, I'm just, from an ethical reason, I don't really stand by that. My little one Bobby as well, Rose is vegetarian, so Bob's isn't eating meat until she's old enough to make a decision for herself, so it makes sense for me to reduce the amount I eat, especially when I cook meals for the family. I haven't noticed any difference, that's the honest truth. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to think of meals, but that's just a learning process, much like it is when I first started to learn my nutrition when every meal had meat involved in it. Like, you have to spend the time finding out what suits your life, what suits your habits. You have certain meals for certain time frames. Because, like, if you've got loads of time on a Sunday, maybe you're going to cook a roast. Whereas if you're short on time, maybe you're just going to have some tuna pasta. Do you know what I mean? Nutrition doesn't have to be that complicated. And that's kind of my standpoint on nutrition. Anyway, with that said, a lot of time has passed. I've been working at my computer. We're going to go and do a workout in the garage gym. Then we're going to come in and make a shake. And then we're going to get eating, because I have not eaten very much food today at all. But again, I haven't been moving much either. Scrap that. I didn't realise it was 2 o'clock. So we're going to have pasta and pesto. There's a lot of calories in these, and I do often eat these. It's like 720 calories in a pack of this, plus the pesto. Sometimes I'll put tuna with it. Then we'll go and have some caffeine. I don't know if I'm going to have Nocco, don't know if I'm going to have a coffee yet. We'll find out after I've had my food. Then we're going to go and do a workout, come back in and protein shake, and then I'll be back on with my calories. Like, I need probably 3,500 calories, something like that today. Normally I'll have about 4,000, but again, I haven't been that active today. So let's get eating. Current situation. Dubai CrossFit champs, watching Zach compete. Sam Briggs just won her event. I called that yesterday. And a big bowl of pasta. That's what's going down. Then we'll get some caffeine in. Come on, Big Zach.
Aside from Fikowski.
Some of you are probably wondering, like, how comes John's so kind of blasé about his calories and that kind of stuff at the moment? I'm actually in a surplus at the moment. Like, open's done, I'm not doing that much fitness. It's about getting stronger, building muscle at the moment. So as long as I'm eating enough calories, I'm not overly concerned. When I go into dieting and stuff, calories are much more important. My macros attract much more. As long as I'm getting enough protein and the other macronutrients just fit my goals, and it's not really a problem. When you go into a calorie deficit and your goal is to lose body fat, normally you will increase protein. Because that preserves muscle mass, and obviously we don't want to lose, or we want to lose as little muscle mass as we can when dieting. When we're in a surplus, the chance of your body going to go, oh, do you know what, I need to tap into energy reserves, I'm going to use protein as an energy source, is much less likely because you're in a surplus. That's the reason why I don't worry quite so much when I'm in a surplus. Just get enough calories in and hit kind of enough protein. I'm not going to really be like anal and track it to the gram. And to be honest, I don't often do that when I'm dieting. But if someone said to me, John, you've got a photo shoot in 12 weeks or whatever, 6 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, then I absolutely would. But for the most of the time, I just look at how I'm going in the mirror. I'm like, all right, John, you're eating a little bit too much. Just take things back a little bit. One thing I should... Hey, look at me. Do you come here often? One thing I should probably clarify. How I do my own nutrition and how I do my clients is very different. The difference is, I'm not paying someone to help me get results. I'm also pretty comfortable and happy with where I currently am in my body and my performance and everything. If, however, I was taking things, let's say, more seriously, or I was paying someone, I would expect, regardless of a surplus or a deficit, to be coached through that. Now, different people need different amounts of help. Some people want to track macros, some people don't. But if they are, or if they're not, we will certainly be putting things in place to help them stay on track and have certain rules or goals or certain factors for them to hit, and that can look different to every person. But one person, it could be having a palm-sized amount of protein in each meal, because we know the thermic effect of food, which is an Instagram that I'm putting on our Instagram later. For example, when you ingest food, there's calories taken to digest, absorb, and metabolize the rest of the food. Also, some of that energy is lost as heat. So we know that certain foods have certain macronutrients have a certain thermic effect of food. So up to 0 to 3% of the calories from fat are lost as heat through thermic effect of food. Carbohydrates, 10 to 15%, protein as high as 20 to 30%. So we know that a higher protein diet, and I'm not talking astronomical, I'm just talking a modest amount, enough to support your goals, can be viable for fat loss as well. Also, protein, out of all the macronutrients, seems to be the one that makes people feel most satiated. So they have the least hunger pangs, let's put it that way. So that's 2 benefits for a higher protein diet. One thing I've been working on a lot at the moment is handstand push-ups. And over the past few weeks, I've been working up the amount that I can do. I've been doing an EMOM, 10 minutes every minute on the minute. I started my first week doing 4 every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. The next week I did 5, but I didn't do 5 unbroken. I had to kick down and kick up a few times within that minute. The next week I did 5 and I did 5 unbroken every minute. Last week, I tried to do 6 every minute on the minute, and I got unbroken up to round 7. And the last 2 or 3 rounds, I had to break it up. So, we're gonna go for 6 every minute on the minute, and try and get a little bit further in than round 7. My world turned upside down. This is way harder than I remember. Wow, when you lose it, you really lose it. Okay, handstand push-ups all done. I got 8 rounds unbroken, which is a further round than last time, which is awesome. Training wise, since the Open, I've not really been doing any CrossFit. I've been ill for like 4 weeks, just can't shake it. Like I get one thing and I get another. Family's all been the same. Leon's been ill, his little one's been ill. Just seem to be circling bugs around the 6 of us, the 2 families, which is not a lot of fun. But I'm feeling pretty good now. I went and did a bit of CrossFit yesterday, and I felt pretty rough, like I'm not gonna lie. So while I'm not really zoned in on fitness at the moment, I've been just having fun doing bodybuilding. For the next 8 months, I'm gonna be working on strength. This is what I do every year. My squats, my deadlift, my Olympic lifts, with just a little sprinkling of fitness in there. And then when it comes to a competition or the Open, I'll start to ramp up my fitness a bit more. But strength is always my weakness, that's what I push on with. And one thing I've always wanted to do is get bigger arms. And there's a few things that I've been doing with my arm training recently, which I wanna show you. Now, one of the things I've been doing a lot lately is actually kind of counterintuitive, and it's shortening the range of the movement. And the reason I've been finding this works really well is that when you get to a bottom of a bicep curl, there's always a certain amount of the shoulder involved or a swing, whether it comes from your hips, whatever it may be. And when you get to the top of a bicep curl, apart from the squeeze at the top, you're kind of getting diminishing results. Because if you get to this position here, let's say, and the elbow kicks under, gravity's actually pulling the dumbbell this way. So what I was trying to do is literally keep the elbow locked where it is, knock off the bottom quarter of the rep and knock off the top quarter of the rep. So I'm just working in this range here, and I'm increasing the rep range. I'm going 15 to 20 reps for 4 sets. That gives me the biggest pump I've ever had in my biceps in my life. And apart from anything, that feels good. It's something that I struggle with. Like chest and quads, I have no struggle kind of really fatiguing them very quickly and getting a good pump through them. I have a really good muscle-mind connection with them. Biceps I struggle with. So one thing that I try and do now is take anything out of the equation that could possibly take away from those biceps working. I don't want the shoulders to work, I don't want any swinging, or I don't want any time off tension on that bicep. So I'm keeping it constantly working for that whole set. It's far, far worse than heavy 10 rep bicep curls all the way to the top to the bottom, which I will still do, but I've just been changing it up, and I've been starting my workouts with these, and I'll put some of that other stuff on later. Quite often I've been using a little bit of occlusion training as well, which I can show you what that is in another video. I won't go into it today because it's quite a long one. So I'm going to start training biceps and triceps, and then I'm probably going to stick a little bit of shoulders and chest on afterwards, because I've already worked a bunch of shoulders. Chest isn't something that is a lacking area. If anything, it's overdeveloped on me compared to my arms. I'm supersetting this with skull crushers with dumbbells, but the little trick that I'm using is I'm just bringing my start and finish position to here. By doing that, the gravity is constantly trying to pull these dumbbells down. I actually hit myself in the head with it there. So the triceps, even when they're locked out, they have tension on them. So I'm going to come down, keep the elbows there, and lock out the top. Again, 15 reps. Another thing I've been working on is the capping of the shoulders, like the medial delts. And one thing I find when you try and do side raises and stuff like this, your traps get involved, you swing. So one thing I like to do is literally use a rig or a pole and use that as your stabilizer. Get yourself upright, and when you actually do your raises up to 90, control it down to 3 to 4 seconds, but stop here. Don't let it hang, because now it's either leaning on your leg, or you're here and it's pulling on the trap. I want to keep all that tension on the medial delt, so I'll do 20 reps like this, controlling it down. Just put your trust in me. Alright, workout done. Let's go make a shake. Okay, protein shake time. I steamed up my lens by putting my hand over it. Oats, X Endurance vanilla whey protein, a banana, big ass ice cube. These ice cubes are actually for alcohol. This one's the shape of an atom. That many oatsies. This size of a banana. Uh-oh. Don't mind the flavour of them, I don't mind them in shakes. But if you ask me to eat a banana like this, not on your Nelly, mate. A little bit of whey protein. Protein, 21 grams. I didn't have no protein. Well, there's still about 30 grams with my pasta, but that was a lot of calories for a small amount of protein. That was enough calories for probably 2 meals. So we'll go scooping 3/4. Hello, Bob. Ready, Bob? So make some loud noises, baby. When I sing along with you, if anything could ever feel this good forever. Winning. Let's say 700 calories, Ross guess. I'm now making tonight's dinner. We're going for a big stir fry. Where are they? Gonna have some noodles with it. Put some carrots in there. I've also got some of these sausages in the oven that I'll cut up and put in it for an extra little bit of protein. Because I'm gonna be a little bit low tonight if not. And then this evening I will probably have some oats before bed, because that's what I normally do, because it helps me sleep like a baby. Getting there now. Also cooked up some chicken that was open in the fridge so I can eat that tomorrow and it doesn't go off. I don't want this video to be too long, that's why I didn't show all the cooking of that food, just showed the end product, and it was bloody lovely. What do you think, Bobs? I don't think she's feeling too great still because she didn't eat all her din-dins. But I'm now going to spend the rest of the evening bathing this little monkey, hello Luna down there, and getting ready for bed. And Rose and I might watch a film if we get some time. And I also need some sleep because I got none last night. Once again, as always, thank you very much for watching our video. Thank you for the support. If you did enjoy this video, please give us a massive thumbs up. It doesn't take very long to do if you enjoyed it, if there's anything in here that you found helpful. If you haven't already, and you're a regular watcher of the videos, subscribe. Even if you're not a regular watcher of the videos, subscribe, share it with your friends, share the love, help the channel grow, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, team.